Hello everyone, welcome to SC2 Noob School. I am Travis, and how about that new background, man? Big props to Regent from Team Liquid. I asked if someone would make me a banner, and he stepped up. He was like, yeah, I'll make you a banner, I'll make you a YouTube background, I'll design you a new profile picture, and all this crazy stuff. He's developing me like an entire art style. So big mondo, huge props to Regent. You are truly the man. And today we are going to be talking about Void Rays, which is a cool unit, a kind of unit you'll see used all the way from Bronze League to Diamond League. Really fun unit. Don't want to bore you with a lot of talking. Let's go ahead and jump into the game. There are two main things I want to talk about with the Void Ray in terms of micro. The first unique aspect is the Void Ray can actually move while it's attacking. So if, say, a Viking comes in here and he's going to try to kite the Void Ray, the Void Ray can actually follow it and attack at the same time. Vikings are a little bit faster than Void Rays, but still. Pretty unique that he can actually fire and move at the same time. The second important, and actually way more important thing about the Void Ray is that its attack will charge up. While it's firing at first, it'll do a small amount of damage, and then once it's been firing for long enough, it'll amp up and do a whole lot more damage. So to kind of convince you of this, I'm going to set up a Void Ray on the right side, and the left side I'm going to set up 5 Marines. And I'm going to just kind of show you the difference. I'm going to show you the difference between a charged Void Ray and an uncharged Void Ray, and it is pretty massive. So this is uncharged Void Ray versus 5 Marines. The Marines are pretty much going to rip through a Void Ray like you would expect. The Void Ray is able to get like 1.5 Marines. So now we're going to give the Void Ray a pylon to charge up on before this battle, and just show you the difference it makes whenever your Void Ray is charged before it goes into battle. So watch as this laser suddenly gets thicker, so it's gone up to its higher damage level, and will do much better damage to these Marines. Getting 1, 2, 3, 4 Marines, and oh, it looks like the Void Ray barely loses. This Marine only had 5 HP left. Sometimes when you run that, the Void Ray wins, sometimes the Marines win. But hopefully that just shows you the massive difference that a charged up Void Ray makes versus an uncharged Void Ray. So a big part of Void Ray strategy is to try to keep your Void Rays charged as long as possible. That's what we're going to talk about next. So now that you've hopefully been convinced how just drastically important it is to keep Void Rays charged at all times, we're going to talk about a couple ways that you can make sure that your Void Rays are charged before they get into combat. The first way is kind of map dependent. If you're on a map like Scrap Station or Kulos Ravine or Blistering Sands that has a back door with rocks on it, you can bring your Void Rays in and charge up on the rocks before you go into attack. That's a really good way to do it because you don't have to attack your own structures like the second way I'm going to tell you, which is if you have, say you have a proxy pylon somewhere, you can actually attack your pylon to charge up on it. And it's actually pretty interesting if you've got exactly 2 Void Rays and you want to charge up on a pylon. As soon as the Void Rays are done charging, you'll be right at the end of this 200 shields with the pylon, so it doesn't actually hurt the pylon into its normal health, it just takes off the shields. So that's another really good way to charge. Let me just show you that real quick. You see health is going down, and right as soon as it gets near 200, it's charged, and you don't have to do much damage to your pylon. And then the last way I want to talk about to keep your Void Ray charged is you can do something called Void Ray chaining, which is once you have your Void Rays charged, you just do the A attack between each of the Void Rays so that they'll attack each other just for a split second, and you want to have them attacking each other just for as small of amount as possible, and you want to do it as infrequently as possible. So you need to get used to the timing, the time it takes for a Void Ray to become uncharged. So you can charge up on a pylon like this, and then say if there's some distance between where you're charging up and where you actually need to go, you can do attack and just make them attack each other for a split second, do it again, and just practice this a little bit and do it as infrequently as possible, and make sure you're only letting them do like basically 1 tick of damage to themselves as they're attacking each other. And it will take a little bit of their shields, depending on how far you have to go, but still it tends to be worth it because charged Void Rays are just so much better than uncharged Void Rays. So the last little Void Ray trick that I'm going to talk about is a technique called phasing, found by a guy named Phase. I'm actually going to link to his thread on Team Liquid. It's basically, what he discovered is that whenever you're attacking with a Void Ray, it looks like it's doing continuous damage, but it's not actually doing continuous damage. It goes in ticks, and he found out that the tick actually happens right as soon as the attack lands. So if you can change targets faster than the ticks will actually be happening, you can scale up your damage based on how fast you're able to switch targets, because it does that damage immediately up front. So I'm going to show you just a couple little examples. This is going to be a Void Ray versus 2 Thors, and I'm going to show you uncharged, what it's like. This is obviously going to be a pretty one-sided battle. Void Rays attacking the Thors, uncharged, hardly doing any damage. Void Rays tend to be better versus large units rather than small units with small amounts of hit points, but still you can see it did pretty miserably. Now I'm going to show you, this is going to be a charged Void Ray versus some Thors, and this Void Ray will do significantly better. He's still not going to win the fight, but he'll do a lot better. And then after this one, I'm going to show you the phasing technique, and it makes a pretty large difference. And you know, with Protoss units, the difference between, you know, a 1 HP unit and a 0 HP unit is huge, because they always have the shield that they can recharge. So you can see the Void Ray did quite a bit better charged, still doesn't win the fight. This time I'm going to show you with the Void Ray doing the phasing technique. All I'm going to do is I'm going to charge up, and then I'm going to just switch between these targets as quickly as I can, and it'll actually scale up the damage, and I should be able to win this fight if I do it right. So now he's charged up, coming in, attack, attack, and then just start doing this as fast as you can. All the damage is happening up front, so you can actually make the Void Ray win that fight. He's actually got 58 HP left, plus he's got 100 more shields he can recharge, so that's really valuable. Valuable skill. Check in the description, I'm going to link to the thread on Team Liquid. Really cool thread. Props to Phase for discovering that. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed that. As always, subscribe to me, leave me a comment. Let me know what you want me to talk about later. I take all my videos directly from the comments, so either send me a message or leave a comment on this page or on my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.